This is coverage you can count on. WGAL News 8 at noon starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Susan Shapiro. Student victims at Lancaster Country Day School continue to take a stand against the administration's handling of AI-generated nude photos by other students. WGAL News 8's Meredith Jorgensen has been following this story for months as part of an 8 on Your Side investigation. She joins us live from Lancaster Country Day with the latest.
Susan, about 200 students walked out of class here on Friday. About half of those students didn't come back today. Parents say many of the victims of AI-generated nude photos allegedly created by another student using the underage girls' faces stayed home from school today because they don't feel safe. They also said their children do not want to take part in the alternative programming the school offered today, including counselors and activities for, quote, community building and fun. Other students who are not victims told parents they stayed home to show their support for the girls who felt like they haven't been heard. More than 60 parents wanted to make sure those girls were heard, and each sent the same email to senior administrators last night. It says in part, despite knowing of clearly illegal child pornography and sexually exploitive images, school leaders did nothing to protect our children. The 50-plus victims of child sexual abuse material and other students provided school leaders on Friday with a list of actions that would start to fix the egregious actions of mandated reporters and start to heal students' pain. Do you see them? Do you hear them? So included on that list of requests is anyone who is responsible to report back when the Safe to Say tip came in November and did not be asked to leave school, and an actual expulsion of members involved, no, quote, second chances. So those are two of the things on the list. You can find the full list, which was all student initiated and student written, along with that parent's letter to school administrators on my Facebook page. Both have been posted there and will be posted on WGAL.com. We'll continue to follow this story as it's changing rapidly this weekend and this week on air and online. For now, outside Lancaster Country Day, I'm Meredith Jorgensen, WGAL News 8.
Part of Route 322 in Dauphin County is closed as state police investigate a fatal crash. A truck rolled over around 6 this morning and hit the Fiddler's Elbow Road overpass at Route 322 near Hummelstown. One person was killed, but the victim's name has not yet been released. Route 322 was closed at the scene for several hours. Road crews in York County have finished repairs to a problematic sinkhole on Route 30 in West Manchester Township. Crews started repair work Friday night on the 18-foot sinkhole and worked through the weekend. PennDOT says they'll be adding pavement markers later today, but that will not cause another closure. A York organization is helping homeless veterans. Mr. Sandy's Homeless Veterans Center held a Stuff the Truck event on Saturday. News 8's Jake Reyes shows us how the organizers will help the veterans with the donations today.
Veterans Helping Hands collected thousands of items over the weekend, and here you can see some of them. You have boots, socks, sleeping bags, and some food. Those are especially in need right now as we head into the colder months. And I have Director Sandy Walker joining me right now. And Sandy, talk about, some of the driving factors of veteran homelessness.
A lot of our veterans deal from PTSD, wartime issues, which lead to behavioral health issues and sometimes addictions, and that can lead to the cycle of homelessness.
Yeah, and I'm going to show our viewers some of the video that we gathered from Saturday's efforts. That was an incredible effort, but talk about how you're going to get some of those items collected on Saturday out to those veterans.
So we're always on standby at our center, so veterans can come by our center and let us know what they need, and we'll get them squared away. All the items collected last us for quite some time, and we're very fortunate because those are funds that we don't have to use. The donations come in, we meet the needs of our veterans.
And just real quickly, Sandy, what are you hoping to get out of all of this?
Well, in the end, it's about helping homeless veterans help themselves. So our veterans have sacrificed so much, we want to make sure that they're taken care of.
All right, Sandy, thank you. And the county estimates that there's about 150 homeless veterans out there in the county right now. So if you would like to help out the organization in these efforts, you can go online and donate to veteranshelpinghands.org. Reporting.
Pennsylvania officially has a new holiday honoring Vietnam War veterans. A federal law passed in 2017 to make March 29th National Vietnam Veterans Day. A new state law will recognize that day here in the Commonwealth. Senator Doug Mastriano, whose district covers Franklin and Adams counties, supported the bill. He said our Vietnam War veterans served our nation with courage, honor, and dignity, but they did not receive the welcome home enjoyed by other generations of veterans. Looking live from our Skycam network, it's a nice day after some rain and a rather foggy morning. Right, meteorologist Mike Susko?
Exactly. We had that much needed rain as we went through yesterday afternoon and last night. And like you said, Susan, some of us even woke up to some fog earlier today. But that's all cleared out as that cold front here is now moving off to the east, and we have bright blue skies across the region. Here's a look at the radar from the past 24 hours. You can see how we've had that light to even moderate rain at times. That all moved out around 4 o'clock this morning, and then things cleared out, especially after that fog that developed mainly along the rivers and creeks here. Here's a look at some of those rainfall totals. Reedsville, just around a half an inch there. Ephrata, you're looking around 4/10 of an inch. Jonestown there around 4/10 of an inch as well. And here's some more reports across the region as we look at Hanover, half an inch of rain for you. Halifax there around 4/10 of an inch. New Providence just under at 37/100 of an inch for you. But right now there is no rain. You're looking outside Gettysburg, temperature 68 degrees, lots of sunshine, and as the case across the region. You can see Lewistown the only exception there. Everyone else in the 60s, with Lewistown at 59 degrees. Your 12-hour forecast showing quiet weather over the next 12 hours with a mostly clear sky.
The cause of a mobile home fire in Hamden Township, Cumberland County remains under investigation. The fire chief says the home was up in flames when firefighters arrived around 8 yesterday morning. At the site on Salem Church Road, firefighters got the fire under control in about 20 minutes. The fire chief says the owners just bought the mobile home about 2 weeks ago and were in the process of painting it. No one was home at the time of the fire. Upper Allen Township Police in Cumberland County continue to investigate a crash that injured a Mechanicsburg woman. Police say an SUV ran a stop sign and crashed into a sedan and then hit a house early Sunday morning at Mill and Grantham Roads. Officers say the woman driving the sedan suffered a minor head injury. The Biden administration wants to spend remaining funds from legislation President Biden signed before President-elect Trump takes office. That includes finalizing agreements between the Commerce Department and manufacturing companies for federal semiconductor subsidies and all location grants for climate initiatives and surging available money and weapons to Ukraine. As Washington prepares for President-elect Trump's second term, Democrats are bracing for the president-elect's next moves. That could include investigations surrounding his first term and the future of the U.S. Supreme Court. NBC's Chris Pallone reports from Washington.
President-elect Trump completing a sweep of all the battleground states in this election, winning Arizona this weekend, and touting his success on social media, writing, "Thank you, God, won all swing states and the popular vote by almost 7 million voters." With just over 2 months before Inauguration Day, Mr. Trump is filling out his cabinet, naming former Immigration and Customs Enforcement Director Tom Homan to be the, quote, border czar, putting him in charge of deporting immigrants who cross the border illegally.
There's no price tag on protecting the safety and security of our country and our citizens. President Trump is going to enforce the law, and we haven't had that over the last 4 years.
As the Department of Justice winds down investigations into the president-elect's first term, his allies in Congress may just be ramping up. Congressman Jim Jordan says nothing is off the table when it comes to Special Counsel Jack Smith, sending a letter to preserve all investigation information.
All we said is we want you to preserve the documents. We want to see what's going on.
On the other side of the aisle, Democrats bracing for changes turn their attention to the Supreme Court, specifically 70-year-old Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Some Democrats have called on her to retire while President Biden is still in the White House. But on Meet the Press, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders says he doesn't think Sotomayor should step down.
No, I don't.
Have you heard any talk of this?
A little bit, yes. I don't think it's a sensible approach.
President Biden has promised a peaceful transition to the second Trump term. He and President-elect Trump are expected to meet Wednesday at the White House. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Thanksgiving is in 17 days. The Giant Company teamed up with the Lancaster County Food Hub to help distribute 500 turkeys to the community. In addition to the turkey donation, 5 Giant team members helped pack hunger relief boxes, organize and restock shelves in advance of the busy holiday season. The need continues for everything from clothing, shelter, and food.
Without the support of community partners and the community in general, we wouldn't be able to do it at all. So these are families that otherwise may not have a turkey for Thanksgiving, and that's a bummer.
And last year, 59,000 people were helped with clothing, food, and shelter. This year, that number is expected to increase by 30%.